governor. He successfully organized other lawsuits. It's time for someone like this, Kevin Kiley, to be a leader in California. So give Kevin a big Corona welcome.
Well, I want to first thank Don Dix, not only for organizing today's event, but for being one of the true leaders for our cause in the state of California. Thank you, Don. Wow, this is a great group. I am so excited to be here. And it has been quite a last 6 weeks, or a little more than that now, since I started this campaign, and we got 10 days to go. But of course, the recall has been going on a lot longer than that. I had a little event with Don not too far from here. When was that? Back in February or something?
In Norco.
In Norco.
The water wheel.
That's right, the water wheel. And I gotta tell you, I have been in the legislature for 5 years, and I have never seen anything like I'm seeing right now all across this state. In the most liberal counties, in the most conservative counties, people are ready for change in California. Now let me ask you a question, and I feel like I might have a good indication of the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Can you raise your hand if you signed a petition to remove Gavin Newsom as the governor of California? Beautiful. A sea of hands. How about did you gather signatures? Were you out there? Wow, look at that. What's the best spot to gather them here? This restaurant?
They were a signing site.
Signing site? This was a signing site. Beautiful. See, that is what I love about the recall. That is the beauty of this movement, is we now have a golden opportunity to change our state, to put California on a whole new course, to reverse our state's decline. And it's not because of anything that politicians like me have done. It's not because of anything the state party did. It's because of what you did. The hero of this story is the California citizen. The people of our state saying enough is enough. Taking matters into your own hands. And we have had everything working against us from the beginning. You know, they told us we'd never qualify. Did you ever hear that when you were gathering signatures? Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Not only did we qualify it, we got more signatures than any petition drive in United States history. We made history. And then they said you'll never actually get the vote to go through. But right now, all signs are that this is neck and neck. It is up for grabs. And everything is going to depend on the next 10 days. And you can see the panic in Gavin Newsom's eyes. You see these TV ads that he's running? Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, fear-mongering. We've had the media working against us. We've had social media working against us. We've had the special interests that have given $65 million to Newsom working against us. We've had a political class that has every lever of power under its control working against us. But the one thing they were not able to touch was the thing that made this whole thing happen, and that is you sitting at a table in your community offering a pen and paper to your neighbors. That is beyond the reach of the censors. That is beyond the reach of the politicians and the bureaucrats. And that's why they are so infuriated. Is because this is truly a movement of the people, by the people, for the people, to restore integrity to our state government, which is so fundamentally broken. Our government is so broken. I've been there for 5 years, I can tell you. And you see it in the quality of life all around you every day. When you pay the highest gas taxes while driving over the deepest potholes, your government's broken. When you're told to take a shorter shower as water flows abundantly into the ocean, your government is broken. When you pay for billions more in homelessness spending, yet watch these tent cities multiply around you, your government is broken. I could go on. You could probably go on. What has broken it is political corruption. Political corruption. And no one has ever embodied that corruption like Gavin Newsom. And we all saw that at the French Laundry. Everyone talks about hypocrisy, but you remember who he was there with, right? A table full of lobbyists. They wine him, they dine him, they elect him, they own him. But this is the way our government has been for a long time. Gavin Newsom has just brought it to a breaking point. California has been going downhill for a long time, but he's brought it to a total free fall. You know, there's a former governor of California, Ronald Reagan. You might have heard of him.
Yes.
He was sworn in as our governor. Can you believe that? Reagan was our governor. People might find that hard to believe these days, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to believe pretty soon. 55 years ago, Ronald Reagan gave an inaugural address where he said California should never take second place. Right? Never take second place. But here's the thing, Gavin Newsom has really taken that to heart. We lead the nation in poverty, in inequality, in homelessness. We're number one when it comes to failing public schools, when it comes to deteriorating infrastructure. During COVID, number one in lockdowns for businesses, number one in closures for schools, number one in shutdowns of churches. How about we start leading the nation in the right ways again? The ways Reagan was talking about. See, at the end of the day, this is a chance not just to reject the unprecedented abuses of the Newsom governorship, but to turn the page on all of the long-standing failures and abuses that have got us to this point. And I think that most of all, what this is an opportunity to do is to turn the page on this dark era of government control that has swept the nation but has been worse here than anywhere, and to light a new spark of liberty and self-government. That's the whole idea of America, that we can govern ourselves. And this is the moment to rekindle that great American institution. People ask me, what's the most important job of the next governor? My answer is to make it less important who the governor is, by returning power to local communities and their citizens. Right? That's what America's about. Less power in the governor's hands means more power in your hands, to live your lives as you see fit, to have your say in our shared future. I think you should be able to think about your governor with pride, but really you shouldn't have to think about your governor much at all. Everything should just work. Your life should be yours to live. What should the government do? It should get back to basics. Pave our roads, manage our forests, store our water, maintain our grid, fund our police, do the things government's supposed to do. Do them well and do nothing else. That's right. So at the end of the day, this is a movement not just to fire America's worst governor, although it's certainly that. It's got a little less competition, actually, after events in New York. This is not just a movement to fire America's worst governor. It is a movement to save America's greatest state. We have already made history, and now we have 10 days to fight for California's future. I believe California is worth fighting for. I know all of you do as well, and it's an honor to be in the fight with you. Thank you very much.